Get out the insurance cards, get out the co-pays. The office
Yo, everybody,
is
it's
open, my
Ulberg.
friends. Brought to you by
So let's get to it. Bring the pain!
What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Rhoda this week. Ooh, yeah! It's another edition of the Fight Club of Pain! What's up, Dan? How you doing, brother, man?
What's going on, man? I'm hurting, man. I had a rough week at work.
Work was crazy where I was at, man, but, man, you had a lot of lifting I saw going on.
Yeah, I mean, covering pool tables and lifting stuff, and man, it's just craziness.
It is great. Yeah, you've been fixing some pool tables. Funny because I showed the guys at work. I was like, look, this guy's fixing a pool table. And then you sent me a picture. I'm fixing another pool table. I'm like, oh, boy, this guy's fixing another pool table.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to finally get back to some UFC, some fights. It's a great weekend. We have a little bit of WWE action on the NXT side with No Mercy. Of course, we got the NFL. We got NFL overseas as well, too. You got the Vikings and the Steelers, UFC 320 the following week. I mean, this is a loaded week coming up right now, starting tonight. Right now at Dr. Roto, bro. What do you think about all that mentioned?
Man, that's a lot. That's a lot going on. It's a lot to keep tabs on. But we're gonna do our best to talk about all of it.
It is. I'm actually kind of happy baseball's going away because now that that's going away, I won't have to worry so much about those articles. And then I can focus a little more on the UFC and the NFL, of course. That being said, wow. Yesterday, and this has been kind of a thing that's been happening over the past few weeks, I have been running my mouth, but I think a lot of people need to understand that when I'm running my mouth, I'm not running my mouth to say, hey, look, I made $1 or $10 or $15 or $20. I'm running my mouth to say that you can have this information at Dr. Roto. If you use code word WIN, you could be our rich friend. I'm doing that to show you what we're winning. Yesterday's article, I missed one bet by 5 yards. It was Torrey Horton, 15-yard catch. It happens. But I actually I wasn't tracking something until last night when I actually looked at it. I have hit the first quarter parlay on all of my articles for every night game for this season in the NFL. I just like, that's a plus 400 to plus 500 that you're stepping into every night game, Sunday night, Thursday night, Monday night, if you're at Dr. Roto alone. Yep. And then last night, I had nobody, I will say this right now in my chest, I will say it because there's nobody that had it. Dermocado and Charbonnet touchdown parlayed. I had it right there and right then. It was a plus 1231. That was also part of that article that was during the day. And meanwhile, everybody in the world's asking about Trey Benson. And I'm like, go read the article. I am giving you my thoughts right now who's going to score for the Arizona Cardinals. That's just my opinion. Apparently, my opinion was right, unlike a lot of other people's. But unfortunately, you got to come to Dr. Roto for that. So I will, toot my own home for that, people. Yeah. Oh, dude. But I mean, I'm going back to it, and I'm seeing it all. The UFC hits, the 11-0 hits, the Parlay of Pain hits, the round robins are hitting. Everything is hitting. Going back a few weeks ago with the round robin hitting, a month ago with that massive DFS hit of almost $1,000, literally 5 points away from 10K.
The soup can is hitting too. The soup can of the week keeps hitting too, man.
Talk about it, Dan. Talk about that, bro.
I mean, I've picked everyone right so far. Every article that I wrote has been right.
Every single article. And not only has the money line and pick been right, the parlay has been right. So Dan has given you an article at drroto.com called Soup Can of the Week. And it has hit every single week. That's 6 single. Well, no, I would say, okay, so that's 10 single bets overall. That's 5 parlays. And of course, the money line, because the money line, of course, is with the distance or knockout within the parlay. The parlay is always 2-leg parlay when it's on the soup can of the week. Dude.
But the Michael Johnson one was the biggest one so far. Michael Johnson.
That Michael Johnson one was insane because nobody had it, man. Talk about the thought process that went into that, just a tad.
I mean, I forget who he was fighting, but
Zelhuba.
Yeah. He can never he can't figure out the Philly shell. Nobody can. Nobody can, and that's how Johnson fights.
Yep.
And Johnson is one of the best boxers in the UFC. He just gets tagged a lot. I mean, it happens sometimes. I mean, he's an older fighter. He's slowing down, but he stood the test of time, that fight, man.
Yeah, he did. And he showed again why older fighters, even myself as an older fighter, when I fight down in age, when I'm fighting a 35-year-old or an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old double world champion, single black belt as an underbelt, when I'm fighting that, and that man was 4'2". I've never been 1.5 foot bigger than anybody in my entire life. Ever. And I'm chasing this little fast 19-year-old dude as a 46-year-old man. People go, well, you try that. You try that. Most likely they can't even chase their cat off the couch, let alone. Hey, people, you're gonna get a lot of antics up in this show. But we're going to give you some bets. What's up?
And with Michael Johnson, everybody forgets that he knocked out Dustin Poirier. Everybody forgets that he knocked out Dustin Poirier.
That's right. That's right. You know, and that's, again, what the Fight Club of Pain has been able to do. Everybody has a show that talks about the fights. We talk about a few fights. We don't talk about all the fights. There's just no need to. We don't have enough time. As you see, we're everyday working men. We go to work. We have families. We come in on the weekends. Mostly Thursdays are our lives. We're doing this today because you know, my daughter's down there with them this weekend. And it's just one of those fun times. So we're doing this together. We're doing this. You got the Friday Night Lights with Doc, Willie, and Swami coming up after this live for your DFS. So the whole night at Dr. Roto is live. But we're doing the Fight Club has been built on finishes. We find finishes every single week. But here's the funny thing. Now, all of a sudden, we're dancing with round robins. We have the Parlay of Pain, the soup can of the week. 5-tastic picks have been hitting, and that's kind of just like the side things. And the thing that it's all about the information that's going, the finishes that are going, the way that we're able to nail it. And that is what makes all the money. It goes to why going to Dermacado yesterday, even as a captain, he was 10% owned on the DFS slates. Captain was like 0.5, 0.05 actually. So, 0.5. But that just shows like me and some other person were literally one of 2 or 3 of people that thought to put him up there. And it didn't work out for the entire game. But when he came in at the end and was able to score that touchdown, he was able to make that happen for a lot of us. But that's the chances you take when you're gambling. That's the chances to get that plus 1231 now, which is hard in football. But guess what? We can get that like that on the Fight Club of Pain in the UFC. So while we have these numbers in the UFC, we should be thankful because we're hitting them constantly every single week. Dude. All right. And next week we will be back to Thursday. UFC 320. Dan, this card is explosive. Of course, we have the double co-main event with the belts being put up.
Yeah.
What other fights have caught your eye on this card?
Dude, I love that Yuri Prohaska and Khalil Roundtree fight. That's going to be a banger. That's going to be fight of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just watching the Yuri highlights because I was trying to catch up, and I just saw him whoop uphill. So I'm like, oh. So, you know, I'm trying to
everybody beats up Jamal Hill, man. He's the definition of a soup can.
He almost looks like a soup can sometimes too. He looks confused. I like that Josh Emmett's on this.
Pfeiffer. I'm a Josh Emmett fan. I'm a Pfeiffer fan. Everybody knows I'm a Khalil Roundtree fan. I might be the only one out there that's a Khalil Roundtree fan.
I don't mind him. You know, he did really well for us last time. I'm not gonna hate the guy.
And my second favorite fighter in the UFC, Merab, is fighting.
Yeah, that's Dvalishvili is. So I mean, we'll have the picks for you next week. We're gonna have the finishes for you. Sometimes these cards go a little bonkers. So with these fights, it's gonna be really hard to pick them. But I think we'll be able. Like I could see Valishvili and Sandhagen going over, but I also could see Valishvili finishing Sandhagen because of the way he works. But I just think that that's just going to be whoever can get whoever on the ground the longest. We will talk about that next week, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
That's going to be crazy. But what I do like about this card is we're back to Gautier is back, so I love him already. Shabazian is back. He's got it. So, you know, like when you pick out a few of the other people, you got Macy Chassion versus Yana Santos. This is, of course, Patchy Mix is in this one. He's getting an easy fight. He's fighting Jacob Wickelatz. I think that's how you say his name. But that's the thing is Patchy Mix is back. So we're going to be able to work in some finishes and some things and some DFS lineups for this card. I can't wait to do this.
But, they tried to throw Patchy to the Wolves, and now they're giving him a nobody. he don't even got a pitcher.
You just saw that?
Yeah. They're like, look, they're like, all right, Patchy, you suck. You have to fight a nobody.
Well, it seemed to work for Pitbull.
Yeah, but he fought people though. He fought named people.
Okay. So yeah, I guess Dan Inge is still a name, but
he's a big name. He's in the top 15.
He is. I got no disrespect for Dan Inge. I like him. He's out there. There's a place. But you know that was kind of like, I'm not saying he was a soup can. That was definitely who Pitbull should have fought, but. This is a clear. You're gonna get waxed. Like this Jacob dude. He don't even got an O. It's Jacob.
I'm like, if this dude Jacob, if that dude has any kind of stand up, he might beat up Patchy.
You're right about that. I will say how Patchy's lip held up that entire fight was crazy, and we're gonna talk about jabs very soon.
Patchy cannot fist fight. He can wrestle. That's it. Yeah. He cannot fist fight.
You know, I think about this when I used to start fighting, and I would always get like all kind of like deer in headlights, but not scared. You get worked up. You work yourself up, you know, and like I kind of have that thing going right now. I'm pretty sure I know the 6'5" gentleman I'm gonna fight on October 18th. I'm really sure I've seen him. He wasn't I didn't fight that day, but he didn't fight either because he was down in another division. But for some reason now I think he's trying to fight in my division. So now I have to fight him, and I'm not worried about him because I know that I'm going to trust my skills. But sometimes, man, when I'm getting in there with somebody that's 6'5" and, you know, 280 pounds, and I'm sitting here 5'9", $155. This guy's like he's two of me. He's literally two of me.
There's weight classes for a reason.
I know. And that's what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to rush in and get my points, and I'm gonna have to get slugged. And I'm gonna get slugged. I'm gonna win this fight.
You might be too fast. You might be too fast for him though.
Oh, he's got another thing coming to him.
You might be too fast for just give him the Rob Rush and back up.
Oh, I'm going to, dude, I want to Rob Rush through him. I want to knock him down. I'm going to knock him down. Because you knock a 6'5" old man down, he might not get up.
That's making a thump.
That's to make a thump. Yeah, he knocks me down. That's not going to make a difference. I'm 5'9". But by the way, I've never been knocked down in any of my point fights. And I've had well over 25 point fights. So I've never been knocked down. It will happen. It's going to happen. I've been knocked down in practice and sparring, but those are kickboxers kicking my legs out from underneath me. and a couple of side kicks that kind of sent me 5 feet back. But that's because the guy, and actually the guy who did that was a 6'5" phenom, and he's just there's just, I mean, and he's like 24 and muscular and strong. So I ain't never been floored like that. And this one dude was so surprised. He dropped his jaw. And he was like, I've never seen anybody kick you like that. And I was like, because he's 250 pounds of athletic muscle. I am 100 and at the time 70 pounds of athletic old man. There's just a difference.
There's
people.
a big difference. There's a gap. There's a gap. There's a gap.
Dude, his sidekick is nasty, but I mean, just, that's what it is. But that's why I love, and that's the expertise. Dan being an ex-boxer, used to do his amateur fights. That's what we bring to the Fight Club of Pain, and that's why I feel that we are able to nail finishes. We're able to look. I will exploit one of those later for the main event. I brought up to Dan before the show that there is something that one of the fighters does that I actually do when I fight. And I think that this might be the key to the fight. So we'll see. All right. Everybody, you're all here for it. Let's get to it. Ulberg versus Reyes, UFC Perth. We need some money. We need some pigs. Dan, we got Jimmy Crute versus Ivan Erst. Oh, wait a minute. Rewind that. Jack Jenkins versus Ramon Tavares. Dan, talk about it.
All right, I'm going to start with Ramon Tavares first. He's 1-1 in the UFC. Both fights, they were razor close. He could have been 2-2. He could have been 0-2. He's a decent prospect, but he needs to fine-tune his skills. He's aggressive on the feet, but gets sloppy during longer exchanges. He has good takedowns, and he needs to use them against Jenkins tomorrow. Jenkins, he's 3-2 in the UFC since getting signed in 2023. He switches between wins and losses, but he has the home crowd advantage tomorrow. He's a well-rounded fighter, but never shows the it factor. He's rarely aggressive unless he's losing the fight. Like, he's never aggressive. He's an accurate striker with good stand-up and good stand-up defense, but he has been submitted in his last 2 losses.
I like it. I agree with you about that, too. I think Tavares can be a little protective at times, so you kind of have a protective kind of fight. Now, on the Jack Jenkins side, I will say I do love the way he just throws leg kicks. As we just seen, and as I've just got over another beef on the X of leg kicks that just won me over some guy calling me the C word from Britain, I am ready for some of that. Do you see a lot of that working?
Yeah, Jenkins, he's, like I said, he's very well-rounded, and he loves to throw the leg kick, and he always fights behind his jab, but he's not aggressive enough to win the first 2 rounds. He only becomes aggressive in the 3rd round.
Okay. All right. And you know, for me, I think that if he sticks with his solid striking, I think that that's where we're getting the non-aggressive point. Also, at the same time, I do know that he likes to do a little bit of cage pushing. He is, okay, so I was watching the one fight. He literally got mounted, and somehow he did this, like, kick thing. And the dude just flew up in the air off of him. And I was like, what? And he literally got up. So, like you said, when he senses, like, either blood or he's in distress or he needs to, he does. But he's in front of his home crowd. If this goes to decision, he's most likely going to win. I don't think it's going to go that far, but it possibly could. I don't like the fact that Tavares absorbs 7 strikes per minute. And if he does that against Jack Jenkins, I think it's like lights out. Who do you got winning?
Like I said, with Tavares, man, he gets sloppy in exchanges, and you just said that he absorbs 7 strikes per minute, which you can't do that. My prediction is Jenkins wins by decision.
Jenkins decision. I like that. All right. Well, I actually have that. I have the I have decision, yes, on this fight is a negative 132. Decision, no, is a plus 104. Under 2.5 rounds is a plus 130. I love that. I love the under 2.5 rounds. I already have the bet in, everybody. So if you're going to get this bet, you're going to get that bet in. Get that bet in. Decision, no, is a negative 400. Or wait a minute, that's the Ulberg. The knockout is what I was trying to read next. Knockout is a plus 175. So I have the knockout for both fighters. I have the under 2.5. So now I have both of my positives. I'm good. I'm going to flip over to the Tavares side. I do think that if there's something, because just what Dan was talking about, is that sometimes Jenkins likes to start slow. So that is a second to third round knockout by Tavares for plus 1,600 is juicy. Also, distance, yes, and money line for Jenkins is a plus 386. Now, distance and money line no for Jenkins is, if you got that, Tavares was the other side. Jenkins is a plus 163. Knockout in points, whereas where I think the butter is for the Jenkins, you get the knockout, you get the points. It's a negative 210. Also, the decision no bet. If you're looking for just a finish from this fight, take the decision no bet. It was a negative 280. If this goes to the distance, you get your money back and then you can put it on the main event. That's what I got going. Do those numbers tell you anything, Dan?
It tells me people think this isn't gonna go the distance, man. But I really think it. I think it is. I think it's going the distance because I don't think either of these fighters have the intangibles to finish a fight at this point in their career.
Yeah, and the distance has come down from the 132 to a 128 since we have started this. And for that parlay, I just wanted to get that too. So Dan's parlay for Jenkins, distance and money line is a plus 129. So I totally agree. And that's where I think that sometimes covering yourself, knockout points, negative 210, rolling in with the decision no bet, hit that up with a couple units, keeps you safe. If you want to get a little crazy, take a half unit.
We still got two more fights. I get a little crazy on the next two fights.
Okay, it's a crazy. It's a crazy. But if you want to get crazy,
I played this one safe. Safe.
All right, let's get to it then. Let's get to
Jimmy Crute
verse.
Ivan Ursulin.
I don't know why those names, you have to say it with your nose like,
I don't know.
Right? Dan, talk about it.
All right, Ursulin, man, he's coming off back-to-back losses. He's a heavy-handed scrapper that's not afraid to throw down, and he loves a good firefight. He wants to avoid grappling exchanges and scrambles and try to stand this fight up. He's going to need his power, resilience, and he has to withstand early pressure from Jimmy Crute. Jimmy Crute, man, he snapped a 5-fight skid. He was 0-2-2-1 in his last 5 before the last fight, and he finished it in the first round. He's gonna need pressure, durability, and to use his well-rounded skills. I'm sorry, everybody just came in, and there's all kinds of noise around. I apologize.
It's all good.
He's going to look to be aggressive in closing the distance while mixing up the striking and his level changes. He wants to dictate the pace and create scrambles. He has a nice jab and a strong overhand right.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Dude, this is your classic. There's a guy that can box, and there's a guy that can't really do any boxing but tries. But if he gets him down on the ground, he's done. He's done. And I'm talking about Jimmy Crute. If Jimmy Crute gets Ivan Ursulin down, it's over for him. It's over. So for me, I agree with everything of that you've, of course, just said. I like, Jimmy Crute, one of those well-rounded guys. Mm-hmm. You're sitting there, you're looking at that, I can see him getting a sub. So we're going to have a sub prop for Jimmy on this one, because I do think it's going to go under, and I do have a knockout prop for Ivan too, because that's what makes this fight actually unique, that if Ivan can get to Jimmy's chin before Jimmy can get to Ivan's legs, that's going to be a finish. What do you think about that?
You asking for my prediction or what I think about what you said?
What I said.
I agree with it. I agree because Ursuline, he has super heavy hands, man. And Jimmy Crute, he's a wrestler at heart. So if they're very evenly matched, but in different ways.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that's why this shouldn't be a co-main event.
No,
in a way, I don't think they should have honestly put Tafa.
This should be on the undercard. I'm not.
Yes. They should have put Tafa in there. They should have put the steak versus the burger.
Yeah.
Tafa versus Sutherland.
Put some beef in there. Put some beef in there.
Extra grease, slapping it together, and just slamming spam everywhere. Fries, soda. We need that fight as the co-main event, and then we get Ulberg and Reyes.
Two meaty men slapping meat, man.
Yeah, oh, dude, it's gonna be so much fun watching these guys just roll around in this ring, and they're not gonna roll. There's no way this fight goes distance. Tafa's not gonna let it go distance. He's gonna be slapping the crap out this guy. He's gonna have his fist in his face and Sutherland's face. So it doesn't matter if Sutherland wins or Tafa wins. This fight, that could be.
It's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger.
It's gonna be a porker. Is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a porker because this is gonna be.
See,
all you can eat.
Two overweight guys just throwing heads.
It's gonna be, dude. If they're in a triple threat match, I would throw Waldo Cortez Acostas in this, and we're good. We're good. We're just gonna have some fun with that one. All right, buddy. Who do you got winning?
All right, my prediction. I got Jimmy Crute winning by third round TKO by ground and pound.
Woo! Jimmy Crute with the ground and pound. So let's roll it together. Knockout for both fighters is a negative 115. I told you I love that. Sub is a plus 250. So that's worth some extra money. I'm surprised that isn't a little lower. So I'm definitely throwing the unit on that. I'm throwing the unit on knockout as well too. Distance no is a negative 350. You can play with that or not. Let's roll over to the Ursuline side. So the decision no bet for Ursuline is a plus 150. That's not bad. That's better than a knockout. His main attack will be a knockout. He's not going to sub Jimmy Crute. So to get that plus 150 for a sub or knockout is actually good on the Ursuline side. Decision no, or distance no, plus money line is 200 on the Ursuline side. First and second round knockout, because I don't think this is going to the third round. So if you have an option, if third round starts, put no. And first, second round knockout plus 330, unless Jimmy Crute just holds him down the whole time. That could happen. And then I even like the second to third round plus 600. So if you're on the Ursuline side, roll all that little money together. You'll have your money. You'll have your coverage. Now let's flip over to the Crute side. There's not much here, but this is what we were able to find. Distance, no. Money line, Jimmy Crute, negative 110. Knockout and sub, I love it. Negative 105. Negative 105. I'm throwing 3 units on that. Also, decision, no bet, a negative 196. This is just like a knockout and sub, except if it goes a distance, you get your money back. So that helps you protect that. First and second round sub for Crute is a plus 370. Second to third is a plus 650. There's a lot to make money on this fight if you choose to pick away. But if you want to be safe, then just play the distance, no, negative 350, and just be safe. Who you got with you said Jimmy Crute by third round.
TKO, man, he's going to ground and pound him.
Yeah. Let me get that for you. Whoop. Bam. How fight. So third round. Oh, why is it got Chad Jenkins back up there? They just try and mess with me. All right, we got the Jimmy Crute knockout is plus 1,500. I mean, if that happens, you will be our rich friend. You see me writing it down. Look at that. This right here, when they say that this is muddier than the sword, it's because money can buy you an army, and one sword ain't gonna defeat an army. Yeah.
I told you I had some crazy predictions.
No, I like it. No, Jimmy Crute definitely can get the ground and pound for sure. Because once he gets him down, sometimes you can't get a submission. He's used to doing that stuff. And he said if he wants to do something with his career, even though he's had a career, this is your opportunity. This is your moment, Jimmy Crute, even though I'd probably pick against you if you weren't fighting anybody else. Like if he was fighting like Brad Tavares right now or something like that, I'd probably pick Tavares. I would. Because I'd be like, he's just too big. Oh, I mean, I know that's it's not a weight class, but I would pick somebody like that after that.
Tavares fought twice at 185. He fought twice at 185.
There we go. See, you got my back. My mind has its mysterious ways of working. It tries, but it doesn't always succeed. But all right, man, this is it. It's time to do it. It's time to do it. What other way to do the fight of the night than to bring it in with oh, it's time. Let's go.
Do it like that. 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 Do it like that.
In this corner, we have Carlos Ulberg. In this other corner, we have Dominic Reyes. Dan presents your fighter.
All right, man. Dominic Reyes, he's a light heavyweight staple, and he's put on multiple classic moments inside the octagon. He's on a 3-fight winning streak, all by knockout inside the first 2 rounds. He's a very unorthodox fighter. His style and his head movement and his punching angles are going to give Ulberg trouble. He has power in both hands that can deliver a knockout shot in a blink of an eye. Everyone forgets this is the man that actually beat John Jones. I don't care what anybody says. This is the man that beat John Jones. He's rejuvenated and ready, and a rejuvenated and ready Dominic Reyes is a problem for this weight division.
Beating Nikita Krylov isn't being ready because Carlos Ulberg comes in more than just an MMA fighter. He is 1-0 as a pro boxer. He is 19-2 as a kickboxer. He is 12-1 as an MMA in his MMA career so far. He is riding an 8-win streak. He has a nasty little jab. You may be right. Reyes has all the tools to be the champ because he beat the champ. But he didn't get the championship because of politics. And politics will always keep Reyes out of the talk of how great he could have been. But my client...
Still is.
The Black Jag, the man from New Zealand, Carlos Ulberg, is going to cash in his 9th win in a row, which will put him in line for a title fight next year. And how he will do that and how this fight will end is how he's ended many other fights. Yeah, I might have a little play on a little different double action on this play. But I'm going to tell you right now, my client's going to send a jab down, followed by that quick little left hook he follows afterward that has knocked out more than 3 of his opponents. Yeah. Dan, talk about it, man.
What, my prediction?
No, just talk about like the whole Carlos Ulberg thing. Like,
oh man,
Carlos, you like him too.
Carlos Ulberg, he's a stud, man. I don't think he's ready for this level of competition, though. He hasn't really fought anybody.
Okay, you don't think that even with this impressive 9th win in a row, it catapults him to a title shot next year?
The light heavyweight division, I could get a title shot in that division because there's no one there. There's nobody in that division. And if I gained, 15, 20 pounds, Or, John 12-6 Jones that just commented. I mean, he could probably get a title shot too.
Oh yeah, Leon. Oh, okay. I got you right there. Look at that. I just see it. Leon. All right. Well,
Wait until my prediction. John 12-6 Jones.
You say you think Reyes? So you think Reyes is winning then?
My prediction is Reyes by third round knockout. I think he catches him because every time Ulberg backs out of a clinch or backs out of a scramble or backs out of an exchange, he puts his head up.
All right.
Puts his head up. He's going to get caught on the chin.
So, okay, to say that and to bring in two, Ulberg losing and John Jones agrees with that too. The whole Leon thing is throw me on there. He's called Leon. If this happens and Ulberg loses, Reyes should move up. Does that put the Yuri and Roundtree fight in a bigger spot now?
Yes.
To maybe get a chance at who wins at Ankalev and Pereira.
Yeah, I think the winner of that fight fights for the title.
If Reyes wins, but if Ulberg wins, then does the
I think Ulberg has to fight the winner of that.
You think he still has to fight that, but you think if Reyes wins, he just goes right up to Pereira or Ankalev?
I believe so because he's the bigger name, and Ulberg really hasn't fought anybody. If you look back at it,
Well, yeah. I got you. I know he's fought some hero honeys.
Yeah, he's fought nothing but soup cans his whole career.
Soup cans. So I like that third thing. I mean, this division is going to heat up within this week, starting tomorrow into next week. We got so many of these fights going on, and that's one thing I do like about the UFC is that they're putting these fights together and they're making everything work towards their overall goal. Saying like putting these fights next to each other so that who gets it better might be better. Like we have coming up, like we just had happen. My boy Barallo losing. So now he's out. He's out for a minute.
Yep.
And now we're looking at maybe a possible rematch because he got smoked. So that being said, that whole thing is going to be nuts. But next week, that's where it all starts. And that's where it all goes. I still feel that the UFC is still too crazy. I think if Ulberg wins this, he hops everybody.
I think they need to fight according to the rankings, and they need to stop with the whole you're Dana's favorite, so you get a title shot bullshit.
Yeah, and I agree with that, and I think sometimes that it's something that like if he screams or really loves a finish, he automatically signs that match. That can be a problem. That's the problem that you have with it, is that when he gets the whole right Reyes via round 2 sub, put the mortgage on it. Woo! He said he's gonna sub my boy Ulberg.
I mean, I like that, but I wouldn't put my mortgage on it because I don't want to be homeless. Reyes isn't going to sub him.
The plus 6,500 is nice for a second round. By the way, Dan, your knockout is a plus 2,200. I thought that would be, but I'm crazy like you, John 12-6 Jones. That's the type of stuff we do here. We grab stuff like we've like it was more than just when we got the RDR knockout on what was it, Nickel, that same pay-per-view. We had another knockout was plus.
And you picked Bo Nickel to win.
I did. I said if there's one way RDR wins this match, he's gonna hit him with that knee and he's gonna knock him out when he goes. And he knocked him out with that knee, and I was like, oh boy,
Bo Nickel.
If you do want to defend yourself a little bit, the Ulberg 234 is a plus 3,500. Or not the Ulberg, but I meant that is the Ulberg submission. But you said Reyes 234 is a plus 3,000. That's what I meant. But let's get to the numbers I got. Distance, no, negative 400. Knockout for both, negative 270. Sub, plus 1,000. Even the sub line alone, I had to throw a unit on because I'm like 1,000. I might also just throw a unit on it. Anything can happen, so why not throw a unit on that? At the same time, I flipped it over on the Reyes side. So on top of Dan, money line and distance, yes, is a plus 611 for Reyes. For some reason, if this thing goes the distance and Reyes just outboxes him, which
could happen.
I mean,
it could happen.
My boy's a 1-0 boxer, though, bro. My boy's a 1-0 boxer, bro. He gonna box him. But anyway, if he does, 6-11.
I agree, John. 12-6 Jones. I agree.
Striking is 0.
I agree.
They should get him and Mearshart together. They should just put those two together and just
He should fight RDR. Let him fight RDR.
Dude, RDR's getting that title shot. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. I don't know. No. I might pick Fluffy.
Dude, but if Bo Nickel can't grab your leg, he doesn't know what to do. He stands there and gets punched in the face.
He's got like a mushroom head too. Do you ever notice like the size of his head comes kind of out a little bit? He's got like the toad head.
That's because he's a bum.
I bet Jones is sitting there. He's like, bro, I could come on here and just be like talking wild on Bo Nickel. All right, decision no bet on Reyes, which I really do like. The decision no bet's a plus 235. I just like if you're gonna bet Reyes, just bet that. Don't even bet the money line. Just bet that. Like you're good. And then I did like his 2-3-4 knockout is a plus 800. I rolled that. Look, I know Reyes is a problem. I do not doubt that man's skill at all. This is probably one of the better fights that we had. These guys are almost evenly matched. They look good. You have one, of course, a lot younger, riding a hotter streak right now. You have the vet coming in with his thing. When we run over to Ulberg, this is another one of those fights like 2 weeks ago. 1-2-3 knockout, plus 115. What are we doing, man? Knocked out in points, negative 230. So I am rolling that. Decision, no. Money line, negative 154 on the Ulberg side. Decision, no bet is a negative 330. Knockout is 125. So for me, I'm going to look at the knockout in points for Ulberg because, again, Ulberg ain't going for a submission. And I'm really riding on Ulberg's going to be able to send that jab, pull it back, and send that hook really fast that I've seen put to sleep a few people. And Reyes does have a thin chin. If it hits, it hits.
He did have a thin chin. The last 3 fights, he's been solid, man. He's rejuvenated, man. He is. He's rejuvenated.
I like it. I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I like both guys. We're just at the point where
I'm a fan of both. It
really is. It is. And I gotta say, thanks for commenting too, Jones, man. Drake bet on Ulberg. It's oh
man. Yeah. Put all your money on Reyes to win.
Dude, that Ulberg being one of them.
We'll get him the W. What are those little emojis? I don't know what those are.
Snakes. Those are snakes. So that's Twitch. Welcome in from the Twitch world. Did Helen's in it? Innocent. It's nice to see you. Thank you. Follow, like, share, get everything going on. What the Fight Club of Pain is, everybody's kind of pop in. We cover some of the fights. We look over some of the bets. We see where they go. We line them up. We spit some stuff. But we also give out DFS knowledge. We also work for drroto.com. And at Dr. Roto, Dan writes the Soup Can of the Week. I write the 5-tastic picks. That's behind a paywall. And we cover one of our biggest sports is football. So, I mean, I'm coming off a practically perfect football. Hey, you're our UFC. You're what gets it up. I mean, a practically perfect night on Thursday Night Football. Hitting again the parlay of, I had Charbonnet and then Dermaccardo parlayed. That was part of my big thing. Nobody believed in Dermaccardo. They all thought he was out. 10% of the people DFS slate. Guess what? That's why we're winners. And that's what we do with Dr. Roto. So, we just try to find the edge and try to build bankroll, take shots at big things, and hit these big numbers. Like Jones was talking about a second round chokeout by Reyes for plus 6,500. I mean, like Dan said, don't bet the house, but you could definitely bet a few bucks on that, and that few bucks will definitely come back a little bit for you.
Jones just wants Reyes to improve his resume. What?
I
don't understand.
I guess so. He's saying at this point, Bones Jones just wants Reyes to keep winning, so that win over Reyes losing to him.
He lost that fight. That fight.
That's why he's saying Jones is just living off of this. So it's practically like Jones is sitting there behind a crystal ball, and he's just like, win, my pretty, win.
Anthony Smith took John Jones to a decision.
Hey, that's amazing. I mean, I know old school Anthony Smith was a dog, but man.
But he was never that good.
Yeah. I mean, he made Zhang look good for a minute, and then Zhang got waxed.
I mean, that's probably when John Jones was doing all, partying and doing cocaine and everything. But
yeah, he was he was probably on a diet. He was hungover that day. He was having a bad day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna take nothing from Jones. I mean, dude's definitely
he's
amazing.
A stud. He's one of the top 3 fighters of all time.
Yeah, you can't doubt the skill, whether he doped up or not. I mean, LT did, but regardless, he still had all those tackles, all those stacks, still broke people's backs. It just was one of those things that just was still one of those. It's just the way it was, and
literally broke people's legs.
Yeah, he did. I beat Reyes 50-38 without roids.
You lost to Reyes. You got beat up in that fight, bro. You got beat up.
Yeah. It was overall though, you got to give the man over his props of the amount of people he was able to fight, and then just seeing everything come out, being able to sit back and then relinquish the title, and then now still be in the conversation to fight at the White House.
Yeah.
And everybody's sitting here laughing because they all want Gagne to beat Aspinall, and then they want Jones to fight at the White House, Gagne, for the belt, so we can take the belt back and then retire again.
Dude, Cyril Gaines should not fight for a title ever again. There's no reason why Cyril Gaines should be. And he's lost his last 3 title fights, and those were his last 3 fights.
Yeah.
That's all he fights for. He fights for the title every time, and he loses.
He's practically the new Sean Strickland.
He's a bum. That dude's a bum. He can't fight. He doesn't beat anybody in the top 3.
So if you were to think of a perfect champion who would be a good heavyweight to actually run it right now, who do you think it is? Do you think it's just Derek Lewis?
Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis.
Derek
Derek Lewis.
Give me Derek Lewis as the heavyweight champ.
He said he found the illegitimate title glitch.
I agree with you. Like he has a cheat code, bro.
Dude, you do know if Strickland, after he gets back if he gets Adonis Part 2 and beats him, he could find his way back into the title shot too.
Sean Strickland needs to win like 3 fights just to fight for the title.
I don't think so.
Because if he fights Marab one more time, it might end his career because he's just going to get ragdolled for another 5 rounds.
Now, and he's definitely not going to be fighting Dreykus. Dreykus is going to be on his own little path to come back. I don't think they're going to do the back-to-back. We talked about that a little bit ago with that. But man, you don't. I see Cyril up there. I don't think Pavlovich can really do much right now. I don't like him. Blades seems to be the name that's getting thrown around. Almeida. I brought up Cortez, Acosta. Again, when I look at all the names, you are right. Derek Lewis, but Ante Delija? I'm going to say this. If you put him in a ring with anybody other than Aspinall right now, I think he surprises everybody. He surprised everybody the other day, a couple weeks ago. I think he can do it again. I think he can hold his own in this division. A lot of people think it's too late, but he lost a lot of that time to that broken leg. That kept him fresh. It kept him training. I think that him coming in, because when he beat Tabura, like he slapped the hell out of him real fast. So who do you think would win, Strickland versus Imavov? Oh, Imavov.
Yeah,
I think Imavov would get him.
I mean,
think Imavov.
Heavyweight. I like Pavlovich. I like
Okay.
Pavlovich, man. I think he deserves it. But everybody in the top 10, like, I don't even know half these dudes.
Yeah.
Top
What do you think about
top 15? I don't know half of them.
So I got what you did there. Anyway, said who would win the rematch between Strickland versus Imavov? And I'm going Imavov. Because I can't see Imavov losing. Not after what I saw, what he did to Barallo. I just don't see that happening. I saw a focused Imavov.
Yeah, but Strickland is so unorthodox with the way he fights, man. He just picks you apart. If he does the same thing he did to Izzy, he might pick apart Imanov too.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's what we love about fighting is that, sometimes one skill can beat another skill. There's a different day.
But he's so disciplined with that garbage stance that he has. And he just kind of flails his arms. And he wins fights.
Those front kicks.
Yeah, he flails his arms and he throws front kicks and he wins fights. I don't know how he does it, but I mean, I'm not a Strickland fan. I would hope that Imanov wins, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we have had this discussion about where everybody's going to go right now. Of course, Imavov right now ranked number 2, DDP ranked number 1, Strickland number 3 in suspension, and then of course RDR 4. So, with everything getting in there, it's so funny watching MVP at 9 though. But with everybody in there, you're almost like a bunch of guys that you don't want to see fight again. And then when you sit back and you think that way, it goes back to RDR. And nobody wants to swallow that pill, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to swallow that pill. So something's going to have to figure itself out before this happens. Because, I mean, Chivas just going to sit there and wait. He's just going to sit there and wait until then. So that's why I think.
We got another comment, but Almeida, I don't. Yeah, after another win, he could get a title shot, and I think Volkov did get robbed against Gain. That is he won that fight hands down, and I don't know how Gain got the decision against Volkov on that.
I agree with that as well too. And I was looking at Almeida. I didn't want to bring him up. I'm happy that Jones, you brought him up. Almeida would, and I think he's like the forgotten guy. I think everybody forgets about him. And I think that for a minute there was almost like the Imavov until his win over Barallo. I thought that was Imavov for a second, that everybody just kind of forgot about him.
Yeah.
And for me, I think that's where all those people kind of fall into place. There's always a couple of those guys that people that forget about, like Marlon Vera in the bantamweight. Like people forget about Vera. Is he special?
Ooh, Cheeto. Oh man, Cheeto beat Sugar Sean, man.
Yeah, and so like I said, like sometimes it's those fun little guys that have that fan venom, that the people that love them. I mean, I still don't know who loves Bo Nickel.
You love Bo Nickel. You like Bo Nickel. Nobody else likes him.
I like RDR now, but I loved his aggressiveness at first, and then I figured out that it was all just rushing in. I was like, oh, he's just going to be rushing in. It's going to be great. Oh, look, he got a knockout win. That's fun. And then RDR was like, I'm going to slap you around, buddy.
RDR was like, I really know how to fight, and then beat him up.
Yeah, he did. And that was just funny. And I think too, it goes back to what Walker did to Zhang. Like Zhang went in there and Zhang was like, I'm just going to power you.
Yeah.
And Walker was like, yeah, that's cool. And
Walker
then,
was
like,
losing that fight, though. He was losing that fight.
Yeah, he screwed up and went running across that ring and got mounted by Zhang from the go.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm going to go get a beer. And then I turned around and Zhang let him up. I was like, how the hell did you let him up? I had that first round knockout. And then all of a sudden, Walker, it was like, oh, okay. I'm happy I had first round Walker knockout for 700. That was hilarious.
Them leg kicks, and he clipped them.
He did.
It happens.
It is. Well, we got into a lot of fun talk. We haven't given out our DFS lineups. We haven't given out the Parlay of Pain yet. We haven't given out any of that. So
I did not make a lineup this week because this card does not really interest me that much. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? I am about to debut something. Walker's Ghost, what a fight.
Right? Right?
Oh man, that's the best. This is why people need to come. Hey, we're here. Like I said, we usually do this live Thursdays at 7:00, unless me and him meet up on Thursdays, and then we do it on Fridays. But this is the fun part. Usually we do all this banter talking after we give all this. So I want to say thank you to everybody that did hang out and watch all this crazy wildness and comment. Thank you to Jones and Innocent for popping in and popping out and talking, because we can talk fight all day. That's what we do, on the X and over at Dr. Roto Subs Only. Every once in a while someone will come in there and start talking and I get excited. I mean, these dudes got me betting on boxing the last few weeks and the Dana White Contender Series, and I don't even know how I'm hitting these wins. I'm like, how am I hitting these knockouts? And I'm like just going to read points. I'm looking at things and doing the same stuff we do for this, and it's leading to finishes, and I'm like, oh boy.
It works.
Maybe we need, the methods work, but I don't need the extra work because boxing and PFL, and I ain't got enough time in life. And honestly, there'd have to be a lot of stuff given my way for that.
Speaking of boxing, we didn't cover the Crawford and Canelo fight, man, and I wanted to so bad.
Oh, dude, Crawford took him apart. Canelo wanted to come in with his little body shots, and every time he did, Crawford backed up, gave him the 1-2 uppercut, and it left him off. Threw him off.
Canelo's a stud, though, man. Canelo is a top 5 guy. Not of all time, but of this generation.
Yes. I've got no hate for Canelo. It was a super fight.
But Crawford is just that much better at the science of boxing.
It is. It's like Lerone Murphy. Sometimes those guys get in there and they take people apart. And when it happens, it's beautiful to watch. It's so beautiful.
The Murphy's not even one of the best boxers in the UFC, man. He's good.
That guy has the best name in the world. Colby Thickness. When I see Thickness, I don't know why. I think of like when I used to go as a kid, we used to go into like the women's legs section, the pantyhose section. And I swear that there was a Thickness name just like that in there. I can't be positive because I don't think I've seen a pantyhose section in 40 years. But at the same time, every time I think of Colby Thickness, I'm like, dude, you know what? I'll pop in. Let's do these lineups. Let's get the Parlay of Pain out, and I'll mess around with that fight for a second, right? That's a fun one. So, also I want to announce, because we have a partnership with DFS Hero, we do have an MMA simulator at Dr. Roto. I will be doing a live simulator after I do this lineup because, why not?
I knew none of that.
Yes. So we have a simulator now. So we're moving up in the fight game, people. I mean, people must be watching if we're getting things and tools made for us like this. So, but anyway, DFS Hero, thank you. I'm happy that you finally gave me a tool to be able to play off of it. But then I'm looking at what the lineup made, and I'm like, man, I don't know. So let's get to my lineup right here. So I have Sterling, I have Perisic, Missalef, Bedoya, Tafa, and Campbell. Charlie Campbell. That's such a name. Like Kobe Thickness, Charlie Campbell. It's almost like that deserves to be in a Candy movie too. Charlie Campbell. Meet Kobe Thickness. We're gonna be twins.
Man, thickness is fighting Musasa though.
Musasa.
Dude,
Musasa.
Musasa's a stud.
I know. I will say this that fight is definitely going to be a knockout. That's a knockout fight for me. I already have the knockout prop for Musasa. I have the under on that fight. And
you said Bellotto. Bellotto's fighting Sterling, man. Sterling's good too.
I like the thickness in Reyes leg too. And that's when I get to the parlay of pain, you'll have a little fun with that too, Jones. It'll be a little fun for you. So now that I got the DFS out the way, let's do a run simulator on DFS Hero for the UFC card. So we're going to do one FanDuel, which will include the captain spot, and then we'll do one for DK. So these are straight up simulator. I'm not going to change anything. Although when I did run this earlier, like I said, I saw something that I thought that I would change, and it changed it to somebody I thought that has a really good chance of winning. When I say it, I know Jones. Jones, you seem pretty smart. You know what you're talking about. You're going to know what I'm going to say. So, all right. So this will be the DK lineup first. They go Perisic, Campbell, Reyes, Crute, Musasa, and Sterling. Now, I didn't like the Reyes, Neil Magny. So you could go Reyes, Neil Magny, Jones. Since you like Reyes, that might be more your type of lineup. So that's kind of a fun one right there for you. Now, let's move over to FanDuel. People, what are we're doing this. We're doing this. We're giving you 3, and then Dan, I got you on the readout.
All right.
In a second, because I already have it lined up. So right now, this is FanDuel, your MVP. Who wouldn't put him there? Carlos Ulberg, Petrosky, Crute, Sterling, Tavares, Bedoya. Man, that sounds like my lineup. Wow. But that Tavares, that's crazy that went like that. So when you do the Tavares, the only sway from that is Neil Magny. Neil Magny's the cheapest fighter on the slate. I think Neil Magny has a chance to go to distance. If he can go to the distance, he can get 30 to 40 points on either site. That might be beneficial. It might not take the slate down, but it definitely will get you a cash game lineup. I love that right there. So, Dan, let's get over to your lineup. Like always, give me... No! Oban Elliott and Missalef got canceled.
Yeah.
See, that's what working all day and then going home, taking a nap, eating, then getting your show ready, and then going live, and you miss all this. So, anyway, that sucks. Whatever. I'll go back and change it. Miss a lift. I can do that. So, all right, let's get this. Give me 3 people you got winning, Dan.
All right, I got Dominic Reyes. I got Jimmy Crute. And I actually got Neil Magny winning that fight.
You're done with your boy. You're done with your boy Jake Matthews calling out Neil Magny, huh?
Yeah.
He called him out for way too long. Neil Magny gonna bring the pain. All right. So you got those 3. You have $9,200 per person. You got
all right,
Jenkins.
Just for John Jones. Give me thickness.
Thickness.
Give me thickness.
Holy thickness. All right. Now who you got? You got Thanara. You got Jenkins. You got Sterling. You got.
Give me Jamie Malarkey, man. No one likes to take Jamie Malarkey.
Yes, Malarkey, because he's about to. You got one guy left.
All right, give me looking.
He's looking at Soup Khan. Soup Khan.
What about Michelle Montague?
From the House of Montague. I've been waiting to say that the whole show. I've been waiting to say that. I don't know why I'm so happy you said it, though. Yes, I like her, too. I think she's going to take Luana Carolina out easily. I mean, it'll be a hard fight. Overall, I have it going the distance. Both are tough, but I could see... I think her name is actually Montago, but I don't know. I'm going Montague.
It looks like Montague.
Montague. Yo, Montague. Cheerio, mate. Yo, Montague. Would you like somebody with that? Anyway.
It's actually Montagu.
Montagu. Montagu.
Yeah.
You just gotta stop with that, dude. You gotta stop with that. You gotta want me to go, Hakuna Matagu. Ain't no worse than me. It's our family free philosophy. The bets are free.
On here, the bets are free.
On the Fight Club of Pain. Okay. So let's get to the...
Ooh, yeah, when you're talking about a champion, a cream of the crop type of guy that goes to the top, the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. It's time for the
Parlay of Pain. Check it out. 5 legs. You play this as a round robin, you'll make money whether you win, lose, or draw. But I'm going to tell you right now, we went a little middle of the road this week, but we're going to have some fun. Thainara, moneyline, -265, holding strong. We're going Perisic, knockout, first and second round, -105. Brings that parlay up to a 168. 168. I don't know why I said 10. Anyway, we're going to go with the House of Montague. Under 2.5 rounds. I don't care what you say. Plus 128. That's going to put the parlay up to a plus 513. We're going to go Navajo Sterling. Boy, going to rock it. First and second round knockout. Plus 165. Now we're playing with power. A plus 1524 parlay. And for the last leg, the 5th leg of the Parlay of Pain, Jack Jenkins, knockout in points, -210, puts the Parlay of Pain to a plus 2298. We're going to round robin that bad boy together, and we're going to win some money. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to be able to take that. If you get to the subs-only Discord at Dr. Roto, I already have another moneyline parlay pick for you to round robin, so we win all sorts of money. As I have stated, I have hit big on both baseball, football, and UFC for the past 3-4 weeks. Of course, with no UFC for the past 2 weeks, baseball and football have been killing it. And the fact that my articles alone have put that fire out, the fact there is 20 other articles on that site putting out fire, I can't see how you wouldn't be our rich friend if you get to Dr. Roto and use code word WIN.
So you got
That's what we do.
You got the soup can coming in right after the show, man.
Yes, got the soup can. I can't wait. That's the last article of the week. You must have talked, Jones, you must have talked him into a soup can. It must be a little thick. It's a little thick.
Nah, not him. Not him. Not him.
See, I don't get to know until I see the article, but then I just throw it up, and it's always kind of fun to kind of get that. But, I really do like it, the overall, so Musasa, I am taking Musasa. I think that he comes back. I know that Colby thickness, Jones, you don't like thickness. I think thickness can get it done as well, too. I think his power, him able to do the clinch, he loves the cage clinch. That will negate Musasa's power. If he can take Musasa's power, just like we saw in his last fight when he got subbed, that's gonna completely take him down. That'll take him out. But if he's gonna slug and allow Musasa to run around and slug the shit out of him, he ain't gonna be thick. He's gonna be bent.
He ain't gonna be thick. He's gonna be bent. I like it.
He's gonna be thinness. He's
I
gonna be
like it.
bentness. He's gonna be bentness. Like,
I like
you
it.
know, I'm not pulling out my guitar this week, people. But no, I can't play the guitar. I will say though, I do like Petrosky. I myself am staying away from that fight. I can't trust Musavis Graf. Yes, exactly. Going to distance with Ilias, Turnus Mayman. Yeah. That's it. That's it. And I think the cage push is the key to that. I really do. Cage push to the takedowns, hold Musasa down, get into a little bit of ground and pound. Doesn't get the finish. It doesn't need to get the finish. Just outwork Musasa. Musasa, as we saw, he looked like a little kid being held down last time. He looked like a little kid.
My thing about Ilia Topuria's main training partner, if you watch the show, I am not a fan of Ilia Topuria. I think he is an average fighter with above average punching power.
I mean, I mean, his boxing is very good.
It's crisp. It's crisp. His boxing is crisp. But,
and so you're saying the crispness of the boxing is what's getting him the wins?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a better boxer than everyone he fights, except for Max Holloway, because Max Holloway won 2 out of 3 of those rounds until he got knocked out.
Yeah. And I'll give it that, and that could be what could save them. But Max Holloway did get knocked out, so he had enough power to knock out Holloway.
That's what I said. Until he got knocked out, he won 2 out of 3 of those rounds.
All right. I mean, I'm not gonna say he can't win. I'm not gonna say that, but at the same time,
I want to see that fight at 155.
You know, I think that and this goes back to me bringing up the Vera fight and Vera holding him down. If Vera can do it, so could Thickness. So
I agree.
If Musasa, if he did not train a lick at all in any takedown defense, he's screwed.
I completely agree.
I love it, man. All right, I think that wraps up the show. We had a great time. We definitely had a good time to talk to everybody. I just want to say thank you to everybody, Jones, Innocent, Chrissy Ray, popping on the Twitch, the people from Twitch too. You know, get in there. This is the first time to ever try Twitch. This is the first time we ever used the DFS Hero optimizer on the show. So that just to say that those are the tools. And again, I'm not saying all these numbers to gloat or anything like that. I'm just simply saying these are in the articles. These are what we have. These are the tools we have at Dr. Roto. Those are the sports we cover. Right now we have NBA. I don't even know. People are betting on NBA preseason right now, bro.
Is that a bunch of babies?
There's a bunch of babies?
The comment? What is that?
On?
The comment.
I can't see them yet.
Diddy is innocent. Is that a bunch of babies?
Yeah, it is. So that's the thing with Twitch is Twitch has a bunch of has emotes, and so the emotes and fire they all pop up and stuff like that. So yeah, it's crazy. I mean that's the whole big thing with the DJ Magic Mike stuff that we do on that. So everybody just fills rooms with that. It's always kind of fun in that. But yeah, so that's what we do. We cover NFL, MLB, UFC, NBA, WNBA, NHL. It's all coming back. But right now, UFC and NHL is big, or NFL is big. We have a big Sunday. Tomorrow, I'll be recording my Ultra Contrarian show. Hit bangers last week again. Macho pick of the week is James Cook, DK, 7,100 on FanDuel, 8,500. A little pricey on FanDuel, but I will say that. Totally cool on that. So, Dan, I want to say thank you. Thank you for everything. I know that you guys are having a great time down there, man.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait till next week, bro.
Oh, man, it's going to be a good time. 5 fights.
5 fights. We're doing 5 fights. We're doing the whole main card, people. That gives everybody a lot of time to make sure they
do it like that, like that, do it like that, do it like that, do it like that, do it like that.
Have a great day, everybody, and always remember to bring the pain.
ParlayofPain.com.
like that, do it like that,